The thing is, when you use a Brewster Dominator Pro, about 4 liters of water will boil off. And those 4 liters of water end up in your kitchen or brewing room. And based on that, we have developed our own steam condenser, which is made of top quality and for a very affordable price. Now I'm going to assembling it for you. There is a bulkhead fitting that mounts onto the lid, and for this, there are 2 rubber gaskets to protect the glass lid. And when you tighten everything up, you can adjust it so it sits straight. Now you take the nozzle head and place a silicone gasket once again. Attach the nozzle head to the assembly, Sauerei. You can always adjust the position, depending exactly on where the water is coming from. This part is for connecting the water, and here you can see we have this duo-tight fitting, which fits perfectly right here, just like that. Now this is securely on, and now we just need to attach the very last tri-clamp to finish this entire part of the assembly process. This is how it looks when it is all put together and it is now complete. This is really cool and it looks very professional. Now that this part is ready, I will just mount it onto the top of the lid. Let's just take the lid off for easy assembly. You see the silicone gasket that is sitting right here? You just need to carefully take that off, just like that. Now, it fits perfectly with this tri-clamp connection. Next, I am going to carefully unscrew the union nut and remove just one of these silicone gaskets to prepare it for the next step. Once that is done, I will gently turn the entire assembly over, making sure that I do not accidentally drop this glass lid. You want to handle it very carefully. Now you can strategically position the handles so that it is aligned, as doing so will provide much better leverage and stability while you are working on the rest of the assembly process. Keep the handles aligned and in line with the entire steam condenser. And I am going to show you exactly why that is a good idea. Because the thing about it is, when you use a steam condenser like this, the steam condenser can get up to 100 degrees. And it is really important that you can grab the lid without having to touch something that is 100 degrees hot. But the very first important thing you need to do is to install the included silicone gasket, because this silicone gasket makes the setup airtight. Make absolutely sure that everything is properly sealed before you put the lid on. There is a high-quality silicone gasket included in the kit, which ensures that the entire setup is completely airtight, so that all of the internal steam passes directly through the steam condenser rather than escaping out from under the lid. There we go, it looks perfect. And as you can clearly see, when you take this lid here and place it carefully, it is easy to handle and fits exactly as it was designed for. Since this setup is naturally a bit off balance, it is actually really nice to be able to press firmly in the opposite direction using this little handle for some extra leverage. There we go, it looks perfect. And you will notice that you hardly need to tighten anything at all, primarily because the silicone gasket is keeping everything tight, as you can see. And last but not least, you take this flexible silicone tube included in the kit. You attach it right here to the main port, and you want fit the provided little metal clamp as well. So overall, it is a very straightforward process to get everything set up. Keep in mind, when using a steam condenser now, only about 2 liters of water will evaporate. And the good thing about using a steam condenser is that you don't get any steam in the kitchen at all. The 2 liters of water that evaporate will run directly through this tube. It's very important that you don't have too much water pressure, because then you'll get a backflow of water in the setup. And then you end up just filling the kettle instead of evaporating steam. So you need to adjust for very low water pressure. In my personal experience, I have found that 20 liters of water per hour is exactly what the nozzle should use to effectively knock down the steam. And then, as a result, you have 20 liters of very hot water, which you can use for cleaning, so nothing goes to waste. This steam condenser is also designed and prepared for some of the other brewing systems on the market. The great thing about the Dominator is that it securely holds the lid place with clamps, which means you can also easily have your hop spider in. I will now demonstrate. You should make sure to use a heavy-duty protective glove for your safety, then carefully open up the clamp right here, and then you can easily open it all the way into the main brewing kettle here and begin to add your hops right into the hop spider. But if you use it in conjunction with your Brewster Beacon brewing system, or perhaps your Brew Monk system, or even the Klarstein brewing system, then maybe a hop tube needs to be fitted to your setup. While it technically fits the brewing systems, you will find that it makes it quite a bit harder to get the lid on and off during your brewing process. That is exactly why we have developed this specialized small hop tube. And right now, I am going to walk you through the simple steps of how to mount it properly. Just take a look at this. We designed this for when you are in a situation where you simply cannot get the lid off easily. You need a way to get the hops in when boiling. So we have come up with a slightly different approach for this to work. Now you can see right here, we are using a T-piece like this one. You can put the hops down into this section here. And now I will just assemble it for you so you can see exactly how it works. We placed it on here, just like that. And remember, once again, it is very important to adjust it so it lines up perfectly with the handles, just like that. And then you are set to start mounting it. By this way, it's just significantly more convenient to get a good grip. We just place it up here again, as you can see right here. So if you happen to find that you do not have a hop spider available, or you simply don't want to use a hop spider for this batch, then this is a very easy alternative. Because you just attach this lid, and then when it boils and you need to add the hops, you just remove this lid. And please make sure to use gloves, because as mentioned, it's about 100 degrees Celsius and extremely hot. You simply place your hops into a small hop bag, gently lower it down through this opening, maybe use your brew paddle stick for this. Securely put the lid back on top. It is really quite simple and very easy to do.